Welcome to the season finale of Nat Chat. As we start to gear up for our WNBA season, I wanted to have some familiar faces join me. So stay tuned for episode number 5 with some of my favorite teammates. Natalie Achonwa here. Nat Chat. Nat Chat. Welcome to Nat Chat, the latest and the greatest. My people, welcome to Nat Chat. We have Erica Wheeler, Kathleen Doyle, and Candice Dupree joining us. Let's jump right into convo here. I wanted to touch a little bit because I know as a team we came out with a powerful statement and a powerful video with our We Will No Longer Be Silent video. So I wanted to kind of get your thoughts on that. Why was it important, Kathleen, for us or as a group, share with why it was important for us to do this together?
Yeah, obviously we want to stand unified as a team and show what we're all about. And as a rookie, being a part of something like that right off the bat is really powerful because getting to use your platform as a new WNBA player alongside your teammates was really cool. And just knowing that the league can do such a good job of making big changes together, it's just something I'm looking forward to, participating in the league and being a part of a group of women that take stands for what's right. And it was just really powerful to be able to do that with all of you guys.
For sure. And I think an amplified voice and having us all commit to doing that together, posting on our own social channels, but as well with the Fever, and also repost the WNBA and spreading that word of change and demanding change, I think is very important. So, and I know there's other ways to go about protesting or to go about sharing the message. And Edab, I saw that you went to a protest in Miami. So what was that like? How did it feel to be there? Share your thoughts on that.
Well, like I said this to my brother yesterday, it's one thing to see it on social media and seeing everybody out there protesting and fighting for what they believe in, but to actually be in it and seeing the white community out there more than the black community was amazing for me. And just to see people embrace us, it's just like, yo, we with you guys, we here, we stand with you guys. So that was more important for me, and that gave me real chills and feels to let me know that the white community is behind us as well. So that was amazing.
And I know Candice and I, we talked about this before, about there's different avenues to protest. There's different ways to share a message. Not everyone is built for or meant to be in the streets, in a sense, protesting. What are other ways that people can add to the message or amplify the voice of the message?
I think, one of the biggest things that you already touched on was social media, obviously, making donations and just trying to stay involved in your community in any aspect or way that you can. I know a lot of petitions have been going around via social media that people have the option to sign and be a part of, just to put your voice on it.
Yeah, and I know you're wearing a Colin Kaepernick jersey there. So can you talk about a little bit of his Know Your Rights campaign, or is that something that you support, or is there another group that you've kind of focused on during this time?
It's absolutely something that I support, ever since he took his stance with kneeling during the national anthem. A lot of contemplation on my part, being that, I do have parents that are former military, and just trying to figure out how you separate, okay, the flag, national anthem, but at the same time standing up for what you believe in. And I've had numerous conversations with my mom regarding all of it. And at the end of the day, you're missing the message if you think it's about the flag or about the anthem. You're standing up for social injustices, and for the Black community.
And I know one of the big things in demanding that change is making sure that our voices are heard by using our power to vote, or your power to vote. So, Kathleen, have you voted yet? What's registration like, or how's the process going with that for you?
Yeah, registering is obviously really important. And I think voting is something that the younger generation might not always think about, but being able to use your right and use your voice, you might not think that one vote makes a difference, but it really does. And I think just being able to use that avenue to make change is really important, and for the younger generation to get on board and really use your voice.
Yeah, and education. I mean, regardless of what we were talking about, whether it's protests, whether it's social media, whether it's supporting petitions or campaigns, education is so important. And education doesn't just stop for Caucasian community who's trying to understand or learn about racism, it's still in our Black community, education is important to know who you're voting for, what you're supporting, and to make sure that the message is on beat on exactly what we are looking for and what kind of changes we are looking for. So I also read somewhere that was really important, is that even our existence as Black people, as Black women, is still a resistance. So I want to transition back to my original theme in Nat Chat, which was fun and playing some games and being lighthearted and showing the joy of who we are. So I know we're very competitive people, so get it together, okay? Casey was on here and got 20, so we're gonna have a little fever score on the leaderboard here. So, all right, so first I'm going to be describing the list to Erica, Ida, whatever. But we have 24 seconds. The clock will start once I finish describing the first person. Okay, are you ready?
Nat, send me a text message if I'm having a hard time.
No cheating, come on. I expect you to be great. All right, okay. Ready? Let's go. He played for the Lakers, all-time great on the conversation for 24. Okay, good. She was on your show for Undrafted, OG.
Becky Hammond.
Boom. Shooter, light skin, Golden State.
Curry.
Full name, bro.
Stephen Curry.
Thank you. Okay. Plays for the Indiana Pacers. He went to IU. He's a singer.
Victor. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. All right. Okay. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. It was a decent start.
You Iowa.
I mean, you took so long to get Steph Curry. Really? Like, how much more did you need from that?
First off, it's a lot of light skin. Was it Steph and Clay?
Okay, but you didn't even say Clay, so whatever. Okay, so we got Steph Curry. We got 4. Steph Curry, Kobe Bryant, Becky Hammond, and Victor. I'll give you Vic because I don't know what that Vicky Hammond was. All right. Okay, so we got 4. So next, CD. You're explaining sports to me, so we need to bump this up a little bit. We need about 6. No pressure, but pressure.
Quit!
All right, clock's gonna start once you start.
All right, here we go. So the first one is bump, set, spike.
Volleyball.
Yes. When you hit a tennis ball, when you serve a tennis ball and they can't return it.
Ace.
Yes. Golf. When you hit it on the first swing and it goes in.
Hole in one.
Yes. The Greek Freak was this for the NBA last season.
MVP.
Yes. When you hit it out of the ballpark.
Home run.
What do football players wear on their heads?
Got that. Yes. So, okay. That was a good one. How many we get there? We got 6. Okay. We got 6 that one. So we're at 10 here.
Damn,
so, I mean.
Say my 4 wasn't good?
No, I mean, we made up for it. So it's okay. We just need to average about 5 here to get up to Casey holds the record right now with 20. So, I mean. Okay, so Erica's going to describe food to me. So as soon as you give that first clue, we will start. Go.
It's the seafood. You put honey on it, you bake it. It's seafood.
Salmon.
Yes. I like it crispy and doing breakfast time when we eat breakfast.
Pancakes, French toast.
No, it's a meat.
Eggs. Oh, bacon.
Yeah. Steph makes this all the time. It's sweet.
Banana pudding.
Right. You can get this from Qdoba. It's like a pie with cheese.
Quesadilla.
Yeah. You have it at.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, I gave you 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Really? Really? Seafood that I bake honey on? Really?
Yeah. Listen, I don't.
Like, nobody would have known that but me because you know I make the salmon.
Right, and I asked you. That's the only way you'll know.
All right. Kathleen, no pressure, but we need about 6 here to even match.
How many I gave you?
So who am I describing animals to right now?
You're going to describe animals to me.
All right.
Okay, bring it home. We need this 4th quarter.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Here we go. Let's lock in.
All right, ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, massive animal in the ocean, blows water out of the top.
Whale.
A grizzly blank.
Bear.
Black and white stripes.
Zebra.
Has a trunk.
Elephant.
Huge. has humps on its back, drinks a lot of water.
Camel.
Orange and black stripes.
Tiger.
It neighs.
Horse.
Moves really slowly.
Turtle.
Yep, 8 tentacles.
Octopus.
8 tentacles.
Octopus counts, right? That's octopus?
Did you say it?
Yeah, I did. It counts. It counts. I got it.
Let's go!
We got 9.
No!
Damn, yo, don't put
Queen brings it home in the fourth quarter. The rookie coming in clutch in the fourth quarter because that third was looking a little rocky after halftime there. Bet. Finally came back with that fourth quarter comeback with 23. We are now the new leaderboard. Thank you to Kathleen and Candice. Erica, A for effort.
Wow. All right.
23. We bumped Casey off the top, so the Fever team is now leading us. Thank you guys so much. Nice little competition in there. I mean, being out of, I guess, a competitive world for such a while now, being in this quarantine. Candice, like, how have you, I mean, you're going into what, like season 24 or whatever, the WNBA, like, without knowing exactly where the season is, how do you stay ready? Like, how do you mentally even think or train, or do you?
First of all, this will be season 15.
I mean, plus or minus 5.
Second of all, I mean, working out every day. I'm fortunate enough to have like dumbbells, a bench, stability balls, bands, all that good stuff, kettlebells. So conditioning workout and weight workout every single day. Try and get on the court when I can. They just opened up our indoor facilities. But aside from that, spending as much time with my girls as I can before we potentially have to enter this bubble.
Yes. Bring the babies. But next, Kathleen, being a rookie, I mean, it's tough coming into a rookie season as it is, but then add like all the uncertainty and not exactly sure what this WNBA season is going to look like. How have you tried to prepare? What is your biggest fear? What are you nervous about? What are you excited about? What are your feelings going into this altered WNBA season?
It's been definitely strange for a rookie season, but I mean, there's a lot to be excited about. Obviously, like, it's a dream come true to be on a WNBA roster, and I'm just trying to stay as ready as I can to make the most of the opportunity that I've been given. But yeah, there's a lot of things to be scared of too, I guess. It's just a whole new world, new experience, and I mean, you hear about it. It's a women's league, so it's really exciting to be a part of it. But I know that it's going to be a challenge, but it's something that I really look forward to. Like, my competitive side is pumped up about it, so it'll be fun.
I got you, Kat.
Uh-oh.
All right.
And you had a rookie orientation virtually. So, like, I know I went through that in Connecticut during my draft year, but, like, is there something that you took away from that? What was, I guess, the best part of that kind of rookie orientation with the Players Association?
2 talks today were really cool. Current players from the league were on it, just kind of sharing their wisdom with us and just kind of giving us advice and just kind of talking about what maybe we are nervous about and things like that. So it was cool to hear from people in the league already, from other teams. And then they had a mental health talk as well, which I think is really cool. And especially during this time, there's so much going on in the world. And I think that was really important to talk about that. And it was cool to hear about that, just because I'm sure people have access to things like that, like resources in college to take care of your mental health. And it was cool to hear that the league is paying attention to that too. So you can continue like working on that going forward. So that was something I really enjoyed today.
Very nice. And what about you, Edub? I know, like, at least being a returning player, that you know everybody in a sense, you know the core group on who's coming in, so that's less of uncertainty. But we do have a new coaching staff. We do have a new staff on that end. How do you prepare yourself, or what are things that, besides our weekly meetings, what are things that you're able to kind of keep your mind open, and what are you looking forward to with our new staff and our new system?
Well, I have watched film on our newcomers, the rookies, to kind of see how they play and, see how they operate, because that helps as a point guard. And then just talking to coach, talking to the coaches and trying to get a feel for how they thinking and how they, want me to lead the team. And I think it's important for me to, have a connection with Marianne, because I'm her on the court. So just talking with her every other day, probably 3 times a week, and just, trying to see what she wants from me and, holding me accountable to what I need to do to lead the team. And of course, staying in shape, riding bikes, getting in the gym, because, Florida not really on a lockdown and quarantine. So I think I had an advantage on that. And it's working out in my backyard when it comes to weight.
Ladies, thank you guys so much. Thank you for bringing a smile back. Thank you for bringing some joy back to Nat Chat. I really appreciate you guys joining me on my final episode. So stay healthy, keep working out. Can't wait to see you guys soon. Goodbye. As season 1 of Nat Chat comes to an end, I want to thank everyone for the love and support that you've shown me. For those that have watched, shared, and joined me on the show, thank you. And one last thing before we go, I want to leave you with a quote by author Brené Brown. Only when we are brave enough to explore the darkness will we discover the infinite power of our light. I'm Natalie Achonwa, and thanks again for watching Nat Chat. Say bye, boo. Nat Chat. Nat Chat. The latest and the greatest.